Welcome to this video about Charles Darwin, one of the most influential scientists in history. Darwin was the naturalist who explained evolution through his revolutionary theory of natural selection. His groundbreaking work changed our understanding of life on Earth forever. In this video, we'll explore his life, his famous voyage, and the theory that transformed biology as we know it. Charles Darwin was born on February 12, 1809, in Shrewsbury, England. He came from a wealthy and educated family. His father was a successful doctor, and his grandfather, Erasmus Darwin, was also a prominent physician and natural philosopher. Young Charles attended Edinburgh University and later Cambridge University, where he was supposed to become a clergyman. However, his true passion lay elsewhere. From an early age, Darwin showed a deep interest in natural history and spent much of his time collecting beetles and studying the natural world around him. In 1831, at just 22 years old, Darwin embarked on what would become the most important journey of his life. He joined the HMS Beagle as the ship's naturalist on a 5-year expedition around the world. The Beagle's mission was to survey the coastline of South America and map various regions. During this voyage, Darwin had the unique opportunity to observe and collect specimens from diverse environments. He studied geology, fossils, plants, and animals across different continents. This journey provided him with the observations and evidence that would later form the foundation of his revolutionary theory. One of the most crucial stops on Darwin's voyage was the Galapagos Islands, located off the coast of Ecuador. Here, Darwin made observations that would change science forever. He noticed that finches on different islands had beaks of different shapes and sizes, each suited to the specific food sources available on their island. He also observed that giant tortoises varied in appearance depending on which island they lived on. These patterns fascinated Darwin. He began to realize that species were not fixed and unchanging, but rather adapted to their specific environments over time. These observations planted the seeds for his theory of evolution. After returning from his voyage, Darwin spent years developing his theory of natural selection. The theory rests on 4 key principles. First, variation. Individuals within a population show differences in their physical traits. Second, overproduction. Organisms produce more offspring than can possibly survive to adulthood. Third, competition. Because resources like food and shelter are limited, individuals must compete for survival. And fourth, survival of the fittest. Individuals with traits best suited to their environment are more likely to survive and pass those advantageous traits to their offspring. Over many generations, this process leads to gradual changes in species, a process we call evolution. Darwin spent over 20 years carefully gathering evidence and refining his theory before publishing it. Finally, on November 24, 1859, his book On the Origin of Species by Means of Natural Selection was published. The book was an instant sensation. The entire first edition of 1,250 copies sold out on the very first day. In this work, Darwin presented overwhelming evidence for evolution and explained the mechanism of natural selection in clear, logical detail. The book sparked intense debate across scientific, religious, and social circles, but it also laid the groundwork for modern biology. Darwin's work introduced several revolutionary concepts that transformed our understanding of life. The first was common descent, the idea that all species, no matter how different they appear, descended from common ancestors over vast periods of time. This means that all life on Earth is connected through an ancient family tree. The second concept was gradual change. Evolution doesn't happen overnight, but through tiny modifications accumulated over millions of years. And third was adaptation, the process by which species develop traits that make them better suited to survive and reproduce in their particular environment. These concepts provided a scientific framework for understanding the diversity of life. Darwin's theory faced significant controversy when it was first published. Many religious leaders opposed it because it conflicted with the literal interpretation of biblical creation stories that were widely accepted at the time. The idea that humans shared ancestors with other animals was particularly controversial. Scientists also debated the theory, especially since the mechanisms of heredity and genetics were not yet understood. However, Darwin's ideas also had profound social impact, fundamentally changing how humans viewed their place in the natural world. Despite initial resistance, as more evidence accumulated, the scientific community gradually accepted evolution by natural selection. Today, it stands as the foundation of modern biology. After publishing his famous work, Darwin lived quietly at his home called Down House in Kent, England, where he continued his scientific research. He married his cousin, Emma Wedgwood, and together they had 10 children. Darwin remained productive throughout his later years, publishing numerous books on topics including plant biology, earthworms, and human evolution. His health was often poor, possibly due to a tropical illness contracted during his voyage. Charles Darwin died on April 19, 1882, at the age of 73. In recognition of his immense contributions to science, he was given the honor of being buried in Westminster Abbey in London, alongside other great British thinkers. Charles Darwin's legacy continues to shape our world in countless ways. His theory of evolution by natural selection became the foundation of modern evolutionary biology and genetics. Understanding evolution has proven essential in fields ranging from medicine, where it helps us understand disease and develop treatments, to agriculture, where it guides crop improvement, to conservation, where it informs efforts to protect endangered species. Darwin fundamentally changed humanity's understanding of life on Earth and our place within it. As the famous evolutionary biologist Theodosius Dobzhansky once wrote, "Nothing in biology makes sense except in the light of evolution." Darwin's revolutionary ideas continue to illuminate the natural world and inspire scientists around the globe.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.